Good day and Assalamualaikum to each and everyone. I am Hidayah Ampaso together with Ampuan City Shaina and Samanuding Junera are here to talk about chapter 7 of our discussion. Now, we will be discussing about the teacher and the community, teachers, ethical and professional behavior. Our report or our discussion is divided into 12 parts. First, the introduction. Second, the objective, the report. The teacher as part of the community. Teacher as a facilitator of learning. Teacher leadership in the community. Ethical and professional behavior of teachers. Relationship with parents and the community. Proper use of position and influence. Learning activities and application. Assessment of learning, and lastly, the conclusion. Now, I will be discussing the first three parts. I will give you an overview of what we will be discussing for today's moment, and the objective of our report, and the teacher as part of the community. Now, let us start with the introduction or the overview of our report. We all know that teachers are not only responsible for teaching lessons inside the classroom. Hindi lang yung role nila is magturo ng lessons inside the classroom. They also have a big role in the community where they live and work. Their actions, words, and decisions can influence many people such as mga student, parents, and other members of the society like the outside or the inner organization na maapektuhan yun ng teacher. Now, because of this, teachers are seen as role models that others looks up to. Dahil dito, nilolook up yung mga teacher ng iba kasi nga, yun nga, they tend to influence others, not just the students, but also the parents, yung nakapaligid sa kanila ng mga organization like police, mga community chuchu, na ma-influence nyo ng isang teacher. Now, the community expects teachers to always act properly, show respect, and follow ethical standards. This means that teachers must be careful with their behaviors at all times, whether they are in school or outside. Their professionalism helps build trust and respect from the people around them. Dahil dito na yung teacher nga ay nagiging role model sa isang society, nilulook up yung teacher kaya nag-act dapat yung mga teacher ng maganda hindi lang sa loob ng classroom but also outside the classroom. Kailangan nila ma-maintain yung professionalism nila or pagiging professional nila kasi nga gaya ng sabi ko, kahit saan sila pumunta, ginagawang role model sila ng mga taong nakapaligid sa kanila. Now, our report explains how teachers should behave in the community and why ethical professional behavior is very important in their role. Now, our objectives, or after finishing this report, we tend for you to understand why it is important to explain the expectation of the community toward the teachers, and we also aim to describe the ethical and professional responsibilities of teachers, and third, to help you analyze the situation involving teacher behavior, and lastly, to show appropriate actions in real life situation. Now, these objectives are important because they help learners fully understand the role of teachers beyond teaching lessons. Now, the teacher as part of the community. So, according to what Ma'am gave us, the book, teachers are expected to be part of the community. Yes, as what I've said, hindi lang naapektuhan yung pagiging teacher nila, but also yung nakapaligid rin sa kanila, like community, ay nakakaapekto rin sa kanila kasi nga, hindi lang yung mga student yung nakakasalamuhan nila yung mga members ng family ng isang student, mga organization, like police, mga outside organization. This means that they should not isolate themselves or stay only inside the classroom. Instead, they should participate and involve in the community or different community activities. So, the community includes both both internal and external members. Internal members, gaya ng discuss ng mga first pa, na sila yung mga students, mga parents, mga teachers, and mga school heads like principals, like anything na nasa internal or nasa loob ng school na members. Now, the external members include barangay officials, organizations like the non-government organization and government organization, and other people in the society. Now, being part of the community means teachers should build connections with people. They should communicate, cooperate, and work together with others. This helps improve both the school and the community. Now, teachers are important members of society. Alam naman natin na yung teacher ay mahalagang member ng isang society kasi nga yung role model natin siya ay hindi lang yung mga student but also sa ibang tao. Now, mahalaga rin yung teacher sa society kasi paano nga ba tayo magkakaroon ng professional? As Dave said, na because of our teachers, may mga professional tayo. Now, because of their work affects the future of students. Isang mali lang kung mali ang pagtuturo ng isang teacher, maaaring maapektuhan yung future ng isang estudyante. Kasi nga, gaya ng sabi ko, gaya nga ng sabi nila na mas malaki yung nasa-spend natin na hours or time together with our teachers, mga guro natin, kesa sa ating family. Kasi imagine, papasok ka ng 7, tapos lalabas ka ng 4 p.m. sa mga high school. So, mas malaki yung time natin na nakakasama natin yung mga teacher natin kesa sa time natin sa family natin. So, when they become active in the community, they show responsibility and concern for others. Now, we all need to remember that as a teacher, we need to be part of the community kasi nga hindi nga lang yung estudyante natin na apektuhan natin. Kailangan tayo na teacher, gumawa tayo ng mga ways na makikonnect sa community natin. Like, if may pa-clean up drive yung community, na ikaw as teacher, you should encourage your students na sumama or sumali doon sa clean up drive since part siya ng community. And as a teacher, you should behave. Always remember na nagiging role model ka hindi lang sa mga estudyante mo, but also sa mga nakapaligid sa'yo. Now, you as a teacher should act accordingly sa kung ano yung correct kasi nga yung mga nakapaligid sa iyo ay naapektuhan mo sila. Now, kaya kailangan na yung teacher ay makisalamuha or makisali sa mga community outreach, mga related sa community nila or sa isang place para makita ng mga estudyante or mga taong nakapaligid na itong teacher na to na maganda siya kasi na sumasali siya sa mga community outreach, mga community drive na magiging role model kanila. Possible na ma-encourage mo sila na sumali rin sa mga ganon. So, as a teacher, you should be part of the community. And next, our discussion will be discussed by Ampuan City Shainaan sa Manuding Junaira. So please listen.
Today I'm gonna discuss about the teacher as facilitator. So one of the main roles of a teacher is to be a facilitator of learning. So this means na making learning easier for students. So because learning can sometimes be difficult, mahirap. So dapat yung mga teacher can help by explaining lessons in a simple and clear way. Kasi na para maging more interesting and enjoyable yung mga students, pa-enjoy mga students and pas maintindihan nila ng maayos. So, teachers also help by simplifying difficult topics, giving clear examples, and making lessons engaging. Then, another important part of this role is creating a conducive learning environment. So, this is a place where students feel safe, comfortable, and accepted. Kasi, para mas patuto sila ng maayos, dapat ma-feel safe sila yung environment nila. So, in a good learning environment, students are not afraid to express themselves. There is no bullying. Students feel supported by the teacher. So, because when students feel accepted and comfortable, they are more confident to learn and participate in class. So, this shows how important the teacher's role is in shaping a positive learning experience. So, The next one is teacher leadership. So teacher leadership are not only educators but also leaders in the community. They are expected to take initiative and not wait for others to ask for help. So this means they should actively participate in community programs and activities that aim to improve society. So dapat yung mga teacher is mag-take initiative talaga and hindi yung naghihintay pa ng mag-ask yung iba ay yung mga may kailangan. So, the teacher can take on different roles such as advisor, counselor, organizer, or community leader. They may also help in events like school programs, barangay activities, and other community projects. Because being a leader also means working together with parents and other members of the community. When teachers involve others, it creates teamwork and cooperation. This helps solve problems and improve both the school and the community. Teachers are seen as important members of society because their actions can influence many people because they are role model. Then next one is the ethical behavior. So teachers must always show ethical and professional behavior because this means they should act with honor and dignity at all times because their behavior should always be appropriate because people look up to them. Teachers should avoid actions that can damage their reputation such as gambling, smoking too much, drinking excessively, having improper relationships. So, if teachers do these things, people may lose respect and trust in them. This can affect their ability to guide and teach students properly. So, teachers must remember that their actions speak louder than their words. If they teach good behavior, they must also practice it. So, being a professional means being responsible, respectful, and a good example to others. Then, a relationship with community. So, teachers must build and maintain good relationships with parents and the community because they should communicate clearly and respectfully with others. Having a good relationship helps. It helps create trust and cooperation. So, like parang mas ma-open yung mga parents kasi nafe-feel nilang nire-respect mo sila. So, organizing like the Parents Teacher Association na allow teachers and parents na to discuss school concerns and mag-find ng solution together. May isa rin na School Governing Council or SGC which helps in making decisions and about school policies and programs. Because when parents na parang involved sila na they feel responsible for the success of the school. So, it makes it easier to solve problems and improve the learning environment. So, the teacher should also keep the community informed about school activities, needs, and achievements.
Now, let's move on to respect for culture. The teacher must respect tradition and beliefs, understanding and appreciate culture, avoid judging others. So, as a teacher, we must respect other tradition and beliefs. Tatanggapin natin ang ating mga student kahit iba-iba ang kanilang culture. Tapos, by understanding and appreciating their culture also. At sa maaari din na iwasan natin ang pang-judge sa ating mga student kasi nakaka-discriminate yun. Like, as a teacher kasi na understanding dapat tayo. Hindi tayo like nagka-criticize or nang-judge ng mga sa ating surroundings. So, proper use of authority. So, do not misuse power or influence. Respect freedom of religion and act fairly and responsibly. So, as a teacher, hindi natin ginagamit ang ating position para hindi respetohin ang mga ibang tao. At dapat ma-impluwensyahan natin sila ng tama at respetohin din natin ang kanilang freedom of religion like kanilang culture, mga tradition, tapos act fairly and responsible. So, dapat tayo ay fair sa ating mga student, sa ating surroundings, tapos responsible din tayo as a teacher kasi tayo ang nagtuturo sa kanila, tayo ang nag-e-influence sa kanila. So now, let's move naman sa learning activities and application. So, reflection group work and situation analysis. Example, posting negative comments online and student analyze if behavior is right or wrong. So, the learning plan includes activities that help student na ma-understand nila ang lesson in another way. So, one activity is reflection where ang mga student nag-isip sila about sa importance of teacher behavior. So, another activity naman is group activity where student identify qualities of a good teacher. So, another activity naman is situation analysis where ang student ay identify nila or i-examine if examine ang real life scenarios and decide if the action is tama o mali. So for example, a scenario shows a teacher posting negative comment about student online. Student analyze if this behavior is inappropriate and suggest better action. So this activity help student apply kung ano ang kanilang natutunan and natutunan at naintindihan sa real life situation.
Now, to conclude our discussion, let us remember that teachers have a very important role both in school and in the community. They are expected to act professionally, follow ethical standards, and serve as good examples to others. Their behaviors affects how students, parents, and the community see them. Kung ano yung behavior nila, kung ano yung pinapakita nila, maapektuhan kung paano sila tingnan ng mga estudyante, parents, and mga nakasurround sa kanilang tao. When teachers act with respect, responsibility, and integrity, they build trust and positive relationships. Now, being teacher is not about only teaching lessons. It is also about guiding people, leading the community, and making a positive difference in society. In the end, a teacher's good influence can last for a long time, which is why ethical and professional behavior is very, very, very important. And that concludes our report. Again, I am Ampaso Hidayah, and together with Ampuan City Shaina and Samanuding Junaira, and we discuss about the chapter 7, which is the teacher and the community teachers ethical and professional behavior. I hope you learned something in this lesson, and if you have questions or clarification, you may message us in our Facebook since voice record lang to, or you can ask personally sa personal, or you can ask in the GC. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a good day.